How are you doing today?
Doing all right, man. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. I appreciate you being here today. Just want to cover a couple of things with you before we get started. You do know that you are not being compensated, and this is going to be recorded. Is that acceptable? Thank you. Now I'd like to go ahead and have you introduce yourself.
My name is Brock Holman.
Brock, what do you do for a living?
I'm a salesman actually for Best Buy.
And what exactly do you sell at Best Buy?
Typically, I stay in the home theater department where I branch out to like home audio and I'll do some appliances as well. But typically, TVs is my go-to.
You enjoy what you do?
Yeah, not bad.
Good, good. Now, how often do you use a computer?
I use a computer every day at work. I will have to typically go online to price match other websites products in the store.
Now, do you do that quite often at work, or is that just
It's a daily occurrence.
Okay. Do you use the computer at home much?
Not really, not at home. I typically use my smartphone, if that you would call that a computer. I would use that.
Sure. So, work aside, at home you use your smartphone. I assume you use the internet, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
What kind of websites do you enjoy going to?
I enjoy mostly news outlets, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, but I also dabble in the social media, typically just Facebook.
Um, if you are there any websites that you maybe dislike, that you don't like visiting?
ESPN.com. Typically don't like that.
Can I ask you why?
The navigation on there is pretty poor. I mean, it's easy to find what you're looking for, but you have to fight through ads on top of ads on top
All right, all right. Now, between the news outlets and the social media sites that you use, which would you say you enjoy the most?
of Probably DallasCowboys.com
And why do you enjoy that website?
because it gives me exactly what I'm looking for, an in-depth perspective of my favorite football team.
Very well.
Articles written every day, I really like it.
Now, we're going to go ahead and get started.
Okay.
First thing I'd like you to do is just kind of take a gander at the homepage here. Tell me some of your initial thoughts, maybe things you'd like about it, things you dislike.
Lots of color. I really like that. The art's really well done, especially at the top. Huge empty space over here is one of the first things I noticed.
Would you put that as a negative aspect?
Yeah, probably. Especially the way this is kind of lined up. It just feels like it's poor utilization. But overall, I feel like I can get to basically whatever I need. Feels like they got a little tab for everything. Trick is trying to find it. They have a lot of stuff I didn't know existed, though.
If you'd like, you can go ahead and venture into any of the tabs that catch your eye. We can take a peek.
Yeah, play do you go. Wow. Can I click on one of these?
Sure.
That's pretty cool. What are these down here?
So it looks like you have the market price listed, which is going to be what most of that specific card's prices are going to be on the website.
Sounds like stocks. Price trend.
Price trend, that'll show. Looks like that's a newly released set, so the price trend will appear probably sometime in the next week or two once more of the cards have been sold.
This is typically what people buy with it as well.
Yep.
I assume.
So it shows related product, what you're currently looking at.
Hopefully they'll put this from up here. Relatable, like mostly it's in the same deck. I'm familiar with how Yu-Gi-Oh works, so would it be like typically in the same kind of deck stuff?
Correct.
These are all the sales that are happening of it right now.
Correct.
Anyone, you have to make an account with the.
They do like you to
Yeah.
have an account in order to purchase items. It's really simple. We'll just use an email address, create a password for yourself, and that's it.
Okay.
All right, so if you want to go ahead and go back to the home page. All right, so here's where we will really begin. So scenario here is you're a big card player. You got tournaments every weekend.
Okay.
You know what you're doing. You love playing. This past weekend, you stepped away from your stuff for a moment. Somebody stepped in and stole your cards. So working on a budget here, we're going to try and keep it under $100. We're going to replace one of your decks. We're going to find you a deck box and sleeves to keep your cards in. And then we're going to find you a play mat to play on to keep your cards fresh and clean.
Okay.
Now, first thing we're going to do is find your deck. There are a couple navigation options. I'll let you kind of go wild. You do as you please. We're going to be searching for a Dino Smashers Fury deck. We're going to need 3 of them.
Hmm. Oh, like a booster deck. We want 3 of them. Seems to be the cheapest. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
So you want 3 from the same seller. Let's go ahead and remove that one.
Okay. Remove. Okay.
And then if you venture back to the previous page, let's see if we can find a seller that has multiples that we can purchase.
Okay.
All right, so we have our structure decks. That's the bulk of the deck. Let's see if we can find some sleeves to put your cards in.
Let's try sleeves.
It looks like you have a lot of options. Now there are different card games out there, and there are different sizes for each. So we're looking specifically for Yu-Gi-Oh sized cards. It's going to be the smaller sleeves.
Let's try. I wonder if this will have an effect. Nope, forgot to put a space there. There's nothing was found.
And remember, any thoughts, comments, questions that you have while you're going through, definitely feel free to speak up.
I wonder if there's a way to search for small sleeves in general and eliminate the large ones. Oh, there's a small one. Let's go there. How many cards are typically in a deck? Would I need more than
You can
one?
go from 40 to 60, but
Okay.
you do have an extra deck, which includes 15, and your side deck includes 15.
And those should probably be different colors, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's add one of those. If I back, will it keep it in my cart?
Yes. Yes, it will.
That one's got a dragon on it. I don't. Let's oh, there's a whole tab. Let's go. Let's go green. Mini. No, I like to look at those. Let's go ahead and add those.
So you have your sleeves.
Yeah,
Now we need to find a deck box for you to keep your cards in.
I like the tabs I have here. Deck boxes. No, I saw them. I used to have one of these. One of these right here. I like the black, that sleek look.
All right, so we have our deck box. Now we're going to go ahead and see if we can find a play mat for you to play on. There's lots of different designs, so I'll have you take a peek once you find them and see which one catches your eye.
And it's cool if I just browse these.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Shows a zoomed in version of it so I could see it. Hmm. Ooh. I want Magic the Gathering on here.
Very popular. Very popular game.
Oh, I saw it. It says Snorlax. That was my favorite Pokemon growing up. What do you got for me? No. It breaks my heart. Out of stock. Art theme. Hmm. I wonder what the large mats look like.